Now each candidate gets 60 seconds for a closing statement.
So I did have something that I wanted to talk about as far as myself, but I did change that. And so in closing, in its 148-year history, New London Schools has had controversy. And yet the leaders of this community, our mayor, our superintendent, city council, and board of education, has never wavered in its belief of the strength of our teachers, our staff, and our students. Even though we've had some bad actors, we still have faith in the promise that we make to educate and protect our students to the best of our ability. We will come through this current rough seas with courage, tenacity, and grace, and we will do it together because, as John Green said, together we are greater than the sum of our parts. You may take a lot away from New London, but you can never take away our Whaler spirit and pride. I'm Lee Cornish-Muller. I'm a candidate for Board of Education, and I hope that I've earned your vote on November 5th.
Hi, everybody. Regina Mosley, incumbent, seeking your support for re-election. I'm going to just lay it out for you honestly. I want to be re-elected because it's time for us to change things as far as relations with the city council. They are holding a lot of cards in the purse strings in the development of our school, and no one is holding their feet to the fire. I want to be that voice that echoes the change we need for our children because our children come first. We've been waiting for these new buildings, we've been waiting for this construction, and our students are suffering at the hands of people who don't have their best interests at heart. So I'm Regina Mosley on row A, ballot position 15 or 15C as I'm cross-endorsed by the Working Families Party and the AFT. Thank you very much.
Hi, I'm Susan Tierney. I would like to thank you all for coming here tonight. This definitely is not my strong suit, and I'm glad the night's over. But in all honesty, as a parent, I'm sitting up here, and I think we have a really good group of people. Like 7, this is going to be a great Board of Ed, but I am here to ask for your vote for me. But, you know, I've met you tonight for the first time. You know, I've met people for the first time tonight, and I'm really excited by the answers to some really tough questions. So thank you.
I say thank you to the League of Women Voters for hosting us here tonight and the Magnet School Facilities for hosting us. I am your Green Party candidate. I'm in a little halo by myself on the ballot, so just look for that extra long name. I'm there. I really love your vote. I just want to say that it is time for change, and it is time to raise that 46% education budget to somewhere around 70% like the rest of the state, because our budget is not there for our students, and thank you first.
Hi, I'm Queenie. I just want to give a shout out to you guys for being here, for supporting us, for science and tech allowing us to be here. I hope to earn your vote for November 5th as I am working to making goals to work with the curriculum within the school system. As a former graduate of high school, as a student, I know what it's like to be in between these 4 walls. I'm aware of things that need to be changed, and I have many ideas, and I just hope that I just earn your vote so that I can make my goals come to reality. Thank you.
So my name is Brian Dowdy, and I hope you grabbed one of my cards on the way out. I structured it in 3 ways. One is what I've done, what I'm doing, and what I hope to do. And we didn't get to talk a lot about those things tonight, but you'll see some of my committee work. I encourage anyone here, if you know someone on one of those committees, ask about me. I can tell you nice things about me all day. I hope that you do as well. One of the things I'm proud of, I recently worked on our Code of Conduct Committee, and the Code of Conduct lays out the expectations for our students, parents, and teachers and staff. The conclusion of the document left me wanting more, so I rewrote it, and it was later passed by the Board of Education. My vision for New London is essentially this: when students succeed, schools flourish, homes thrive, neighborhoods blossom, and communities transform. By working together and by viewing education through the lens of our kids, the hope is that this document will unite us all as we reach our goal of achieving nothing less than excellence for New London. As a committee member, I feel I've made a positive difference in New London, whether it be through hiring the right people or the right companies, and focusing on our policies. I hope you consider me on November 5th, 2019, Brian Denny.
Well, thank you all for coming and thank you for hosting. My name is Jeffrey Hart. I'm the freshman and vice president of the board seeking re-election. I ran because I have 3 little kids of my own. I have 3. We had 3 under 5. I now have a 6-year-old in first grade, pre-K student, baby in diapers. We're going to be in this town for a long, long time, and I need these schools to be right and proper. I originally ran on regionalism and cooperation, because that's what I believe in, and I've seen the value of that, and I've only been more convinced over time that cooperation is the way to get things done with other towns, with our city council, and I believe we can do that. In the 2 years that I have been honored to serve, I've come up with a list, an agenda that I want to push forward, so please vote for me, and I'd like to represent you, and I'd like to be your voice on the Board of Education, and my door is always open, my phone is always on. Thank you very much, Jeffrey Hart.
Thank you to the League of Women Voters and to everyone who came out tonight to hear us and hear our ideas. I'm a native New Londoner. I grew up here. I'm a product of New London Public Schools, as is my daughter. I'm a taxpayer. I've been in this city all of my life. These are indeed difficult times. Difficult times demand leadership. Difficult times demand accountability. Difficult times demand experience, and difficult times demand integrity. I have spent probably 20 years in elected and appointed capacity in the city. I've led the Board of Education. I've chaired its policy committees. I've chaired its budget committees. I chaired the Housing Authority's Board of Commissioners for a number of years. I have been on charter review boards and charter revision commissions. This is a time in the life of the City of New London that leadership is required. I would ask if you have questions, please catch me afterwards. I'm happy to answer whatever questions you have. I'd appreciate your support. Thank you.
Thank you to the League of Women Voters for holding this event tonight. My name is Jason Catala. I was first elected at the age of 23, and when many people were wondering why would a 23-year-old want to serve on the school board, and the reason is for the children. They've always been my top priority. As a father, I think of every child in this district as one of mine. All the decisions I make at the board table are as they are my children. I'm seeking an 8th term to the Board of Education. As Mrs. Maynard Adams, I chaired all those committees as well. I'm an educator, the chairman of the currently chair of the policy committee, and I'm seeking your vote on November 5th. And I will continue to be your voice. I write letters to the editor bi-weekly, informing the community of things happening in our district from my opinion, and I would like to continue to do that. So you can find me on 9A on the ballot. Thank you.
Thank you for all coming out. Thank you for the league. 1995, I ran for city council. I was 26. I ran on basically the issue of getting the city out of the Ocean Beach business. And we did that within the first 2 years of my city council term. I'm a policy wonk. I'm a guy who goes into the meeting understanding what I want to do. My non-educational goal is having a better relationship with the city council, zero-based budgeting, having a budget document that people can understand and get behind, because we need people in this community to start believing in our schools, and we don't have that right now. I also want to have an educational goal, IEPs, 504s. I don't think we're connecting well with the people parents who have students that have those issues. I think we got to get better at that. I also believe we have Harbor School, a building that's falling apart. We need to get those students out of there and have a plan to do it. We also need paraprofessionals. For 2 years, they've been in contract negotiations. That's not accountability. That's not leadership. To allow those paraprofessionals who are with our kids every day to not have a contract, it's disgraceful. So I want your vote. Hopefully I can get it. Have a great night.
Many thanks to the audience. You have been great and patient for a long time now. I hope that you feel that you've had a better knowledge of your candidates. I think that you're in good hands. You've got some great candidates here, so make sure you and all your friends get out to vote on election day.